What is the meaning of the Pope Leo 14? Is there something we need to know? By the name Robert Preston, the Catholic Church did something that never ever happened before in the history of the Roman Empire. Never ever in the history of the Universal Church in Latin Catholic, which is no other than the same Roman Empire, they did something last week. This is being recorded on May the 10th, 2025. They did something that is very unusual. They pick a pope out of a cardinal that belonged to the only non-Catholic country of America. When I'm talking about America, I'm being technical. I'm not using slang. I'm not using the American word as the Europeans that used to call the people that moved from Europe to America Americans. I'm using the continent: North America, Central America, South America. The only country that is not Catholic out of the continent called America is the United States. 50 states under the same banner. Why is this so significant and why we need to pay attention? The name Leo is not his name. His name is Robert. Why the name Leo? Why the number 14? Leo in the Bible is a reference to the lion of the tribe of Judah, a messianic figure, the Messiah. But also the number 14 is mentioned in Matthew when he calls the 14 generations from Abraham to the deportation. 14 generations from the deportation to David. And from David to the Messiah, 14 generations. Showing a perfect design and control of the affairs in the universe and nations and empires of the world by God Himself. Everything is under perfect control. Nothing escapes. God is the king of the universe, and He rules in the universe, and everything is under His perfect control. But there is another side about the name Leo, because the lion is a big reference to the Messiah as the lion of the tribe of Judah, but it's not the only lion in the Bible. We have a second lion, representing Babylon and representing the apostasy. Babylon represents the apostasy and the apostate church. The book of Revelation chapter 13, the book of Revelation chapter 17 and 18 gives us a huge detail about this apostasy. Number one, idolatry. Babylon is a mystery entity, a mystery city that is built upon 7 hills, just like Rome, capital city of the Roman Empire that never died, only its political appearance to turn into a religion with a bigger dominance and rulership upon the nations of the world. So, the only nation in America that was not under the full rulership of the Catholic Empire, of the Roman Empire, was the United States of America. What a clever move by the Vatican to pick and appoint an American cardinal as the new pope. What is the purpose behind it? Simple. To extend its tentacles of domination and rulership to every nation, every kindred, every tribe, just as written in the book of Revelation chapter 17. Now, Revelation 17 gives more details that are astonishing. After the mid of the chapter, we see the manifestation of a power, king, or ruler in the figure of the second beast that came out of the land. The first beast in Revelation 17 came out of the seas. But this one that I want to call comes out of the land, meaning a human figure, that man was made out of the soil of the land. This figure is going to back up, religiously and politically speaking, the Antichrist represented by the first beast that came out of water, the seas, representing nations, tribes, and kindreds. Now, the second beast of Revelation 17 is very interesting because it has the appearance of a lamb, dressed in white, calling himself the Holy Father, a heresy called and appointed by God and rebuked by God in Matthew chapter 23. Yes, the papacy, the papacy and the Pope is a figure rebuked in the Bible as a false representation of the true gospel, with the appearance of a lamb, but speaking as a dragon. Make no mistake, the Catholic doctrine is the Catholic doctrine is the doctrine of the dragon. Has the appearance of faith and Christianity, but in reality, it's a fake Christ. It's a fake church. It's a fake doctrine, full of poison. The poison of the old serpent called in Revelation 12 the dragon. Make no mistake, the Vatican is far more than a church, religion, or denomination. The Vatican is an empire with an state, with soldiers, with embassies around the world. And the US is not the exception. All the countries of the world, they have an ambassador that represents them in the Vatican. And the Catholic countries, they sent something called the concordate, a tax out of the nation's treasures that goes to the Vatican. No wonder why the Vatican is the most smallest state in the world, but is the most rich, the richest, the wealthiest state in the world. Even the crown of the Pope has 666 stones, precious stones. Oh, could it be that we are initiating the period called in the Bible the last days? Could it be that we are about to enter into the tribulation stage for 42 months, 3.5 years, 1260 days, not a day more, not a day less. God knows exactly for how long He will allow the Antichrist and the false prophet to persecute the true Christians that will not bow down or negotiate the Bible with anybody at all, ever. That is the nature of the true disciple, one that is willing to die before trading the smallest dot or verse or quote from the Bible. Make no mistake, anybody that trades the Bible is already in covenant with this empire represented by the lion under Babylon, the mother of the harlots and abominations of the world. Idolatry, over and over again, beginning to end, that is the main concern of Babylon, the mystery religion. That is the main concern of the Catholic Church. To give worship to the Virgin Mary, to Saint Joseph, to Saint Peter, to Saint James, to Saint Andrews, to Saint Patrick, to Saint everybody. Why? Because it's the center core message of the Catholic doctrine. The worship of everybody and everything, but the true worship of the true God of the Bible. Those who have ears, let them hear.